Right. Let's start the tragic moment of yesterday. Today persisted the same hell in the generate. Last night I've done this last video, which dares to saying that it were so childish and naive and nothing like will ever be taken seriously for the being called General of the War and Anti-Terrorism Council, United Nations Council, and also to being called Judge of the International Criminal Court, making some pantalias, some benrelicos fortlanis factivismo that they say with flowers and later blessing from a what is that? And third, the same the term of that they naturally, with all phrases saying that they work that rooms so youth, male and female, boys and girls, for them to call them with that stigma of the F word and L word, which they are. And should I say facts, less stops, SODOMA-GOMORRA, which nothing has to do with homosexuality, and it's not homosexuals I'm calling, but the other reventadas, destroying and bringing people that are not lesbians, which they stigma produces for them to remain, and are not homosexuals, which they, Berhali, in which they stigmas produces for them to remain. The more phrase. This is the word. Yes. So in the middle of this all, after killing and burning people's lives permanently with this class of things and witches are not going to help, and I'm sorry for this. The reality is that I just made a space for that video I just were doing, and I needed storage space because if I still am limited, it keeps on running and making the generation status. So suddenly in the middle of this all, I erased the video last where I sing, which Melech Katavas me in Israel. And saying, no, we've taken a lot, we've done the whole of the videos. SODOMA-GOMORRA, degenerado, enfermedad reventada, Kirchners, Evangelistas Unidos, Policía Federal Argentina, Gendarmería Nacional, culture of SODOMA-GOMORRA, bruja reventada, for the rape, murder, whatever the gender, age, destroying, and thirst the same for more. You know, I just slept, and they have this still, especially Milica Marica, right here, to buildings away, still remains and saying, we are sovereign, we have rights. And no one lives there because of Ejército Argentino rapes and murders and takes the houses of all people that are massively raped and murdered. And that is a very clavismo like means so low quality and saying, I'm making a career like Humble. Mari hijo de Tarra, sorry the word. So Sodoma, in the middle of this, and Bob Levek Machalki, is saying that has the career Humble, BNT, ultra red, saying, oh, it's of Ejército Argentina. No, he made it himself being brought for each intelligence military equipment with about $214,000, which he could buy a simple process and making a career place, Marica. So it's making the photo over angles from the same place through with a DMC array, which everything looks like greenish shit like they are. And third to say that legacy from Matlahalim with narco money and kids sold for pedophilia all over the world, which Marica Ejército Argentina and Cristina Fernández de Kirchner, when Aníbal Fernández dedicates to do. So suddenly at this, already 8:34 in my service, I just woke up a few minutes ago and I was already making my chat and where the whole night that's my person, I'm going to do my career over profaning me to saying that they will destroy the cargo of grand ships, the biggest ever with around Lech Moktachalik, Sofleximov, Levesmat, Halikivakiva, not Leximov, Halim, nearing 700,000 maricas y prostitutas reventadas SODOMA-GOMORRA, saying that they were called to take the faith from the whole of the UNASUR and the non-announced flights, even the landing ones, and they took the victims, they said where is the spirit of the Sodoma trousers to prevent me and the lyric they're going to do what I do and they're going to be me. But further that, degenerados hijos de perra van a morir todos. Cultura de degenerados. Saying that they pictures me at the bathroom. Well, I say to your honor, please, with the whole of the infra, BRMC violet around. Warm sign camera. DMI. Everyone were burned except two. Please, Maxine, that for Policía Comisario 40 Federal Argentina says that they controls and they make the black embassy and making a plea is more festejan. They said they have my genitality to exhibiting, to say that ain't no perfection here because of the tiny ad or something around that. Peter would be tiny Peter blessed Mohachinim. And I'm going to tell you one thing about this. I don't need to talk about genitality and privacy of people. Sodoma-GOMORRA that is the business. They says that perfection is a huge element that they created for the penetrating, saying, breaking into, bleeding, tearing, and making the sacrificial that God ripped away from them and gives on the story that they created that phallus for that Sodoma man. So in the middle of this all, I'm going to tell you one thing. My privacy, I don't make exhibition and I don't need exhibition. And forgery of maricas, which never worked. Because of they said they can picture spiritually with them devices, which is about 800 meters away from here. What they says they pictures with. And they says they reaches with a tele-BRMC, ultra BMC cream, over to showing that I will never be the tiny Peter or something, which we are being careful because of goes to rape and murder people saying that that is not perfection for them, which they said they are going to discover me with perros evangelistas, degenerada mierda, that I am not neither woman, they said. That they are going to show that I am cheating everybody, and I wonder that a vagina looks at the flower of the life in front and out of the body. Víboras enfermas reventadas, and further this, let's not talk about this. Thanks, please ask you. Just to tell you, forgeries of delusional, delirious, marica, diablas, sodomitas, making whatever the excuse to kidnap, rape, and murder with because of free rule. And troll of degenerados have to die. And I'm talking about Sodoma. Kirchner, Policía Federal Argentina, Prefectura Naval Argentina, Gendarmería Nacional, Ejército Argentino especially with Gendarmería Nacional, Armada Argentina, Policía de Seguridad Aeroportuaria, Policía Bonaerense, Policía Metropolitana, Armed Forces Argentina, UNASUR, and the whole shit like that. And we gotta be careful because of it's not an easy deal. Right? So, mierda degenerada, we put them in the hell. Privacy is not for exhibition. We don't need that. Right? Please ask you. And by the way, we were designing last night with Israel International Criminal Court and the United States of America and some justice bodies Europe and Russia. And in the middle of this all, there are these interpreters that they work amazingly with this all for the justice bodies, and they are great, they are awesome. And I was describing what to do and how to do, and suddenly, supposedly, oh, don't you see I have the claw? I'm handling the devices with the handle with the spirit of, how's the word? Vagina, in other terms, enferma degenerada. Saying that they are me, alien, and saying that El Shell, my identity that Israel gave me, it stems from ROTTENEST and also the government of Israel. Policía Federal Argentina, Gomorra, perras degeneradas, and doesn't know here yet? Doesn't know that? that they just they cheats me and manipulates me and makes the whole of the product and the chat. So in the middle of this whole perros and formas degeneradas, saying that my life is theirs and I am them and I will be nothing but delirious and everybody conspires against them and the government of Israel has stolen them the identity and are already again that might turn 1,204,904 Terra de Guarda and Kirchner saying that they are with the right to being called Eli Shell A.M.BLANCO REDEMI with my ID that they said they've taken from Israel, which they said each Lycian, Diablas Reventadas en Gomorra are me. Each and the whole with my identity. Each. So, I were making the description and moving my hands and making certain things in both because if I have a blessed device, and there are certain exactly virtual BRM 3D that focus in a Catholic element of and 3D scan satellite. So, and this is and goes thus Galka. So, and in the middle of the soul we describe very general and commanders, which are nothing like this, for the justice bodies saying ill of the people, not Sodoma-GOMORRA. Thought about making something and needed some difference. So, Security Council and other members working with said, well, we wish to have a new vehicle to transporting and security and a good element and some designing which to be attractive and nice. So suddenly asked me, how would you do? And we started to working and I described them and told them, let me see, but blah, 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 and we done. And they just interpreted what I just were telling them, and there were something which everyone were really liking, and we enjoyed it. And for the justice bodies in the whole of the element of were the complete design already registered in Israel, Russia, Europe, States, the whole, US, Canada, and also Morocco, South Africa, India, China, Korea, Japan, Malaysia, Australia, Indonesia, Thailand, and much other countries, which is them, and I am happy that I just shared. These designs were published like prototypes and designing for the State of Israel, United States of America, Europe, States, Russia, justice bodies, and in the middle of this, the States ADD with the collaboration, and not only collaboration for justice bodies, but benefit for the possibility to, if after we can do something for even some production around, if the justice bodies in general and the right companies about this rights to having, but justice bodies will be given the possibility this to be at the absence of plenty of Motzechalim, but implies what as conflict and problems we have with this. So, to containing and helping and assisting, the reality were and they started to hacking and trying to hack data of the motorization of the system McPherson parallel PMC, not deformable, of the PRMC chassis DMC cage, of the INSIDOFLECHNI structural PMC disassembled part, BMITD replacement, and what as lines were about in the whole we've spoken, to saying, oh, go ahead and see what God gave them and sent us, so we stay with them first, and made enough 6004 all registers para Ejército Argentino, Policía Federal Argentina, Gendarmería Nacional, Prefectura Naval Argentina, Policía de Seguridad Portuaria, CIDE, Metropolitana, Armada Argentina, Ejército Argentino, and Fuerza Aérea Argentina, and any perro degenerado, Fuerzas Armadas Argentinas, and any perro degenerado Kirchner, the United Evangelics, saying, "We stand first, and here's someone else with my cast, of course." Marica, reventada para morir. Then, Remote Leatherfeckler Hamasli kept on making the witchcraft the whole night, and Perras Evangelica saying, "Lord never gave him nothing, put everything in there because of, he's not going to be able because of we never allowed him." Brujas reventadas, and kept on making the arrest the bodies because of he's stolen to us, and them and kill them because of we are going to have what he's stolen us. United Evangelics, Kirchner, and the whole marica, Policía Federal Argentina, Ejército Argentino, Gendarmería Nacional y cada perra degenerada de esta maldita tierra, con el perdón de víctimas inocentes. Then, remopler vergelijkbaar, smopler vergelijkbaar, daarweg magelijkbaar. And this is with Afghanistan. Israel, U.S. justice bodies are not instigating, but are doing to them the same which are doing to me. So suddenly we were doing something special, and also with the denouncing, we have new evidence, some new witnesses that he was telling us with mind control and sending to Israel and to testify to the national government of the U.S. He was telling to us, and you helped them. And gives the circus of reventadas to saying that they was right. Of state, ethnic, religion. Oh, you are not going to forbid us to make land control. Anda la perra sucia que te parió sodomita de cuarta, gomorrita mierda enferma, los voy a poner muertos. Y a vos, evangelista de mierda, muerto para quedar con el perdón de víctimas. Remotle de Tecla, jamás plagida, antrajalí en el infierno, delirada que va a ser con Dios, marica. Remotle de Tecla, dejado plagani, prostite guarda, antes leki mapajal hinamakal, remotle de Tecla, lekivis ojalekis maplavestim. So the realities are ready to match. But given the terms so early in the violence, iambic violence already, where 2004 in advance in the whole of the world, we could dismiss them all from the cities and every place. Please, I don't need to make them panic on this. Let's keep in alert and let's be careful, please. Remember what they want and what they are doing, not us. Want the destruction of the shack that come up left the heat and shaking. The vulnerability is mortal. We don't need this to happen, and we're fighting this to not be. But you remember what they seek. Oh, come on, I'm going to help you. You don't even know of the shock moment and of the destruction who you have beside which you need to shelter in your vulnerability. It's what they are seeking. And oh, have you seen Israel? Which never happened. Give it the evidence at https://www.MDOCBMCDX middle Estrategia Inteligencia Militar Argentina UNASUR PDRM-CIP-ERTAN 4 commands middle Inteligencia Secreta Policía Federal Argentina Metropolitana CIDE Argentina Gendarmería Nacional Policía de Seguridad Portuaria DRM middle Antiterrorismo middle Contraterrorismo, middle, paraterrorismo, middle, somos la manga del poder del mundo. PTX, OCDM, CTX, middle, Presidencia de la Nación Argentina, Presidencia Kirchner, Cristina Fernández de Kirchner a la cabeza del gobierno del mundo. Middle, PXOCCE, CCI, CCP, 444841, middle, 700948. 6104011318 BDM 4143 middle sysmiddle NCO 44.NT. The system's recording subscale only and is known in the US, is known in Israel, and is known in Europe and even Russia. Japan needs the information and others of justice bodies. Please just carefully with this whole and the hacking in the net. Using OCR, Pence, click in F7 even if this modularism and F4, F5 and 16 PMT on the system sponsly and what is on the whole big cup, provokng, with the last engine of I2C, New York, and my key, last that I got of Pantonicanos works, editing the OC Open Octet DMI 644 element, sorry, LCBO, then Botan command OC MM5.x 1xx604 middle M.68 FC. Editing this will work at complete dagssuven, men C, making the integrating the completeness and taking the complete volume of data and scripting and elements. But even though I ask you, please be careful. This is at this July the 3rd, 2015, and this, like I told you, surely around 15 to 10 minutes for 900 here in Buenos Aires. 900. Alright. I am who I am, A.M.BLANCO, REDEMI, my ID, who I am in Israel, my real name in Israel, and I love you so much, Israel, and I'm so sorry again this whole, I love you. And I love you, Justice Boris, I love you all, and I love you, Your Honor. I'm so sorry for that. And Alejandro A.M.BLANCO, REDEMI, birth after September 7th, 1968. Peralta Ramos Nursery, Rivadavia Hospital, Buenos Aires.